Yeah, man.
Yeah, I love this music.
How you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. And see, you are right next to me. You can see it.
We're right next to each other.
How you doing, Johnny?
I can touch him. I can touch him.
Yes.
I love your microphones. As we said earlier, I sound great with this.
Well, I'm glad you approve.
Holy cow. Look at it. Look, we got people already in the house, man.
Oh, what's up, Cass?
Look at this. I thank you. I am honored. I'm dropping stuff over here. I am honored. Like I was telling Mr. Monster that I was so nervous to do someone else's podcast.
Yeah, he was kind of getting
like
the jitters.
Like I don't even know how to do someone else's podcast. It's a lot of fun. Kaz, I got to meet him yesterday. That's a hardtailer right there.
Yeah. And who else we got here? Well, look, who's that? Who's that?
That's my wife. Hi, honey, I miss you. Hi.
I know Adam was in here earlier. I don't know if
Adam was here earlier. This is great, man. This is a great setup. We're here. Where are we at?
So we are near SkyPark. Technically, what is this? Lake Arrowhead. Yeah. But we was at SkyPark yesterday. And I think this is your sister, right, Tara?
Tara's in the house. Hi, Seth.
So we was at the Ride and Shine event out at SkyPark yesterday.
Yeah.
So how was that?
Yeah,
what did you think about it?
Oh, let me say hi. Let me say hi to my boy JT.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping in, brother. Man, how was SkyPark? How do you sum it up? Like someone said, can you sum up SkyPark with one word? And I think it would just be just incredible. Don't you?
Yeah,
think?
it was. Yeah,
inspiring.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving.
Yes.
Fun. Okay, I know I'm doing more than one word, but like if you had it's all the good adjectives.
Yeah. And none of the bad.
None of the bad. Like everything was incredible about it. Just man, it's so exciting to be there. And I'm so honored and glad that people accept me there.
Yes. Well, and as Adam, if he's still in here, as you once said, like you are part of the SoCal MTB community now. I mean, obviously you're here in person. I mean, those who might not know, Johnnie he lives out in Miami. Yeah. So, and then we're out from Tucson, Arizona, but we came out to the Ride and Shine event. I know this was your second year out here, right? And this is my first year out here, but I wanted to check it out and see what it was all about.
Yeah.
And had a great time. The therapy dogs were awesome.
Oh,
I got their little trading cards. I got their trading cards.
Trading cards. I didn't get those.
Yeah, man. Like here, take over.
I'll take over.
Just talk.
No, I'm honored again to be on this podcast. SkyPark, for one, is an amazing park. If you've never been there, get there. If you're a mountain biker, there's nothing but fun to be had there. There's so many trails for. Oh my gosh! This is starting out. We've got therapy dog.
Yeah, they're little trading cards.
Trading cards. I don't know what you're gonna do with them, but they're adorable. This is the one I liked. This is a Sammy.
Yeah,
Sammy
I like you didn't show the corgi. So
okay. So I didn't know I was supposed to show the corgi.
Well, the corgi was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, Ginger.
Ginger was his favorite.
Yeah.
Is Adam Mock in the house?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll pop in.
Okay. No, I thought I saw something. Yeah. No, Sky, like you said, that this community, SoCal communities, has embraced me, and I don't want to say that because it sounds weird, but I come out here and there's Mark Hill.
All kind of
there's
content.
Adam. There's the Generation MTB boys. There's Brett Hall from there you go. Here we go. Unspoken. There's so many people. Venikava MTB, which I got to thank him very much. If you ever watch this, if you do watch this, Venikava Elias, Venikava MTB, like and subscribe. I saw him, did the hug, handshake thing, and then all of a sudden it was like, you want to go for a ride? So for the next 45 minutes or so, I think Elias just rode with me and just hung out and showed me Donner and Blitzen.
Yeah, and when I was riding, when I first saw you, I saw you guys together.
Yeah.
And we just kind of randomly met up on the trail. We didn't know like where each other was. Like, I was like, oh, I know you.
Look at you, you came. No, but yeah, Venikava, Elias. We rode forever. He took me down Donner and Blitzen, which was just really fun trails. I think they were Black Diamond. They're new. They weren't there last year. He did very well. I tested my brakes on no, those things, if you put water on them, they would have steamed. It was I'm not that great of a rider, but I love doing it.
You need to give yourself more credit, Johnny. I followed him. You're better than you say you are.
I do okay. I do okay. I'm not a very fast rider. I didn't fall or anything. But for him to take time out to show me these 2 new trails, I can't thank you enough for doing that. But what an incredible event that Adam puts on.
And Lauren's asking, did you meet Santa? She knows him.
In fact, I did. And I shook his hand, and they were like, do you have anything to say to Santa? And I go, yeah, I got a little problem with 1987.
Oh, no. What happened in 1987?
I don't know. I just threw it out there just to make Santa question, like, have to go through his list and figure out what he did for me in that year.
Nice.
I guess a junior in high school. No, I was in 9th grade.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, 87. What were you doing in 87? You're
no, in 88, I would have been in high school. I would have been in middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, middle school. So 88 would have been high school.
Look at this. I love the profile.
No,
just for you get to see my cute little nose. I could stare at the camera though.
Okay, this is a new one for me, Big John.
Yeah, Big John. He's a friend of mine from Miami.
Okay,
I think that's Big John. That's Big John. I can't really see the thumbnail. Yeah, he's a videographer. He's got a podcast.
Oh, does he?
He's got a podcast as well.
Lauren said she was 7, and he
isn't that? It is. It is, and it's weird, and it isn't weird. We met later.
Yeah.
8 years difference.
Well, yeah. See, me and Blondie, what are we? Like 5 years difference? Okay. 4.5, 5 years.
See, after a certain age, it doesn't matter because women are more mature than us.
Well, yeah, but I'm the younger one. It doesn't.
Okay. No, it's fine.
She looks younger than me, but I'm actually the younger one.
That's awesome.
No.
She's saying that she's back there. She's like, "Am I old?"
No. I was saying like you're older than me, but you look younger.
So yeah, SkyPark.
Yes.
Adamock, Ride and Shine. I couldn't miss it this year. I don't think I can miss it any year because Adam puts on this great event. He also created my logo, which I don't go out there just for that to support him, but I support what he's doing with. Oh,
speaking of logo.
Oh yeah, I pulled it up. What he's doing for the community because. As some people know, everybody knows who watches my podcast. I'm in therapy, and I think he's trying to break down that wall of the stigma of people getting help, especially these tough guys or whatever. But he brings out women. It's not a guy thing. It's a man and woman thing, and people kind of embarrassed about seeking help.
Yeah, and that's true. That is very true. And sometimes there's even your like occupation I'm in law enforcement. It's actually if you unfortunately a lot of agencies they're getting better, but like they're not quite there yet because they think if you have a lot of problems that you can't do your job. Like I said, they're getting better. They have gotten better over the years, but they're still not where they need to be, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, it's not. That's the problem. And I think this is what great is Adam's doing is these are some tough conversations that people are having, and to put on an event, we're already feeling good. We're going riding, like he says, we're going riding. We're feeling the stoke, and we're having a great time. And then to come back and not have this dark conversation, to be able to have it already in already a happy environment, and to let people know that it's okay while you're feeling in that moment you're happy, to let people know that it's okay to let other people know.
Yeah, and I really like what Adam touches on too, and I know he's talked about it yesterday, and he's talked about it on some of his stuff, whether it's podcasts or social media, to where he's talking about emotions.
I'm sorry, I just had to take those things. I was getting a little warm in those headphones.
Where you would say some emotions like anger or sadness, people consider a quote unquote bad emotion, but sometimes you are just that emotion. So
yeah, emotions aren't bad. You don't put they're, what do you say? They just, there's no good or bad emotion. Anger can lead to a rebellion, which leads to a good thing. Or anger can lead to whatever. It's not all bad. It's all not.
Especially if you see like an injustice happening, and you're angry about that injustice happening to somebody else, and you want to help. So that's actually would be an appropriate emotion in that case. So like you can't really say one emotion is better or worse than another. It's just all emotions can be good in a way.
Yeah, we got to know that. And I think the great thing, and the shining part yesterday, we had the mountain bike ferals, Cindy and Ed, sorry. And to hear their story and to have Jess the Maker come up. And I got to tell you, both people, both groups, mountain bike ferals and Jess the Maker, were great. Jess affected me the most because she was diagnosed with ADHD at a later age, and so was I. I was just recently diagnosed 2 years ago, and it's funny. It's weird. You're like, oh, okay, I act the way I act because that's who I am. But once you realize that there's something causing that, and that you can actually do something to change that, and you learn more and more about the ADHD, you're like, oh, I'll just do this because I'm a pain in the ass. Or, that's just me because blah, blah, blah. But then you find out that there's this little thing inside you that creates it, and you can work around that and know more about it. It was wonders. And with her, she's talking about that. She was talking about some other stuff. But when that was all said and done, I went up to her. Thank God I had shades on. I went up to her and I hugged her and I said, thank you so much. And I got all misty. I didn't cry, and my therapist would be upset that I didn't, but I got choked up because what she was saying was connecting with me. Yeah. And hopefully in that group of people, it was connecting with other people, knowing that it's okay. Look, she just did it in a group of a few hundred people in front of her, with a microphone in her hand. Right. So it's okay to have that problem with just your friends next to you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So,
and then just the whole MTB community itself. Yeah, they're such great people. So Trail Dogs and
Isaiah.
And SoCal Adventures are in here. Hi, guys.
Great people. Whole event was awesome. Yes. And making a reel with you guys was the highlight. That nasty nub of a finger. Trail Dog, Isaiah, I didn't know what the heart attack feeling was until I chronic PTSD and severe anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I think that's what's great about this event, folks. I was so moved by all of it. And then Adam Mock had these beautiful people playing music.
Oh, yeah, they was great musicians.
Oh,
yeah, they were great musicians. He was a great singer. Great.
Folks, the guy had the voice of an angel.
Yeah. It was like, who is this guy?
Gonna Neil the Storm. Crazy here in Tucson just now. Okay.
Oh, wow, really?
Isaiah, I missed you yesterday, buddy. I asked about where you were. I know you're probably doing some family stuff, you and that beautiful family of yours. But I go, where's Isaiah? We had so much fun last year. Isaiah and my wife, we were riding the adult big wheels around the.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those things?
Yeah.
He's such a great dude.
I saw those when we first went on their website. We're like, what are those? We're like, oh, they're like little pedal bike things.
They're like adult big wheels, man. It's great. Now, what did you think about the riding out there?
So, all right. So I do have an opinion on this. So I was on my analog bike, which is an enduro bike, but I brought that up for another reason instead of just my trail bike, my regular trail bike. Hey, Joe's in here.
Before you get to that, can I jump in with Joe real quick?
Yeah.
It smells pretty bad. Can you guys confirm that? She smells like a powdered baby's bottom. However, do not leave your phone unlocked near her. I have about 15 pictures of her making goofy faces. And I told her I will unleash those photos to TMZ if she doesn't give me $12.37 in unmarked bills and coins.
And it has to be exactly 37 cents. Why 37 cents?
That's my price.
Oh, okay.
Everyone has a price. $12.37 is mine. Baby's powdered bottom.
But I will say,
what a great girl.
Back to the riding and the bikes. I will say SkyPark, it's a great park, but it's probably much better on an e-bike. So I had a chance.
Thank you, YT Mill.
So I did ride it both on my analog and then later on an e-bike. I had such a better time on the e-bike, just because, because people that might not know, SkyPark doesn't have a lift to the top. You have to pedal, and some of those trails, they're fun. I found
There we go.
Okay.
How long was it muted? Was it muted for just as smells like a freshly powdered baby's bottom?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay.
But this is just StreamYard. It does that sometimes. It just like randomly mute your mic. Okay, so Joe's saying it's back. Yeah. So see, Joe, like you popped in here and everything just goes to crap.
Look, I got the thing.
Yeah.
I got the thing. Mine doesn't do that. I want the thing.
What thing?
The watch. I do the thumb thing.
Oh. Yeah, it's because of my MacBook. It's doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the e-bike is definitely the fun one. And again, riding for me, it's a whole different style of riding compared to Miami. So it takes me a while.
Mm-hmm.
But riding up, if I didn't have the e-bike, I wouldn't have. There's no way I would have done it.
Yeah, and I will say the first part of the morning I was on my enduro bike, which is because I came out I rode Snow Valley today, which is another bike park, ski lift, downhill fun. But the enduro bike was for that. I could have brought both bikes technically, but because my bike rack holds 5 bikes, so I could have technically brought all the bikes. But yeah, I just brought the one, and I knew I'd be pedaling, and so but Blondie, she rented an e-bike. And when she was kind of done, I borrowed the e-bike, and I was like, yeah, this is that particular part. Bring an e-bike for sure.
Yeah, bring an e-bike, man. That bike was so amazing. I mean, they've got a trail called Electric Avenue that's just built for e-bikes. It's a single track going all the way up with features. Another thing was great was this is where the friendship comes in, folks. Adam, Rad Dad.
Mm-hmm.
MTB Rad Dad. There's a great video, and I was there while we were riding up. That dude was on an analog, pushing his buddy up. Adam, if you're watching later on, you got some lungs and legs, brother.
I did say I did bring out an e-bike tow strap, and we did use that.
Oh, okay.
So she jumped on my analog, and I used the e-bike to like kind of tow the other bike up, and when we got to the top, we just switched. So
it's such a different discipline though.
Yeah.
It really is compared to just like pedaling all day in Miami and then just not pedaling and squatting.
Mm-hmm.
I told you and I told Brett from Unspoken I was going to go ride in Snow Valley today. Daddy's legs weren't working well.
Yeah, because we had talked about you coming out with me and Brett to Snow Valley today. I text you like because I saw Brett's Unspoken man out there. I was like, well, Johnny's probably out here too. So I was getting up on the lift. I'm like texting you, like, hey, where you at? And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to be there today.
It's that squatting. It got me. It got me, man. I was using muscles I've never used before.
Hey, Maddie,
So
I wanted
funny.
to say hi to Trumpet.
Yarno's still in the house.
Yeah, I'm Fractured Riders.
It's like 15 o'clock in the morning for him.
But yeah, I will say, would you think at least yesterday? To me, it seemed like about half or over half the riders were actually on e-bikes at the park.
Oh, easy.
SkyPark, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because like if you were pedaling analog up that thing, just the e-bikes were just constantly passing you. Yeah.
You just heard the motors.
Yeah, and
you just heard the motors. But that was great.
Yeah.
That's what you need up there. There's no lift.
Yeah, and
folks, it's not about the climb. It's about the journey down.
Well, and I have an opinion on the earning your descents. So for me, I don't really like that phrase. I mean, I get it and I totally understand. And it is a good phrase, but like going to work every day, supporting your family, feeding the dogs, doing all the stuff you do and just normally in life, if you're working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours like I do, like you've already earned your descent, in my opinion, just by doing all that stuff. So like time is limited for a lot of us. So like when we go ride, if I'm going to go riding, particularly like Mount Lemmon where I ride in Tucson, like we're shuttling it. We're not really pedaling up. So because otherwise we only have a couple hours a day during the weekend. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to spend 2 of those hours of the 3 I got pedaling uphill, So just doing all the normal stuff that we do every day in life, that to me is just earning your descent already.
It's in earning that e-bike.
Yeah.
That e-bike ain't cheap.
Yeah.
No, that's what's funny. Like I met a guy out there, he said 63. He said he'll ride his analog bike all week, but he treats himself to the E on the weekend.
Yes.
So I guess if you have that kind of time.
So Joey's in here, and I want to say hi to my buddy Bob Realistic out there in Tucson. What's up, buddy?
Hi.
He's telling me
a little bit of a delay on my phone.
Joey, what's up, buddy? Got to get Mark in here. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Adam Mock is in here.
Told your wife is my people. I must meet her.
Oh yeah.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about Joey.
Oh yeah.
Joey. She missed out on Joey's wife. Her and Joey's wife, they're kind of alike. It's cute.
Oh yes, yeah.
They're kind of alike. It's cute. But I get why she didn't go. I know everyone who was there. If you're watching this, you missed her. A lot of people were asking me, "Where's Lauren? Where's your wife?"
Even mine, Blondie back here, she was like, "Oh, I want to hang out with Lauren. She seems like good people." Because they do have very similar personalities. You got to meet mine.
Yeah.
They're pretty similar personalities, I would think. Yeah. So.
And my wife is she's the prettier, funnier half.
Wow, so. same here. Same here. She's definitely prettier than I am.
Oh God, my wife's crazy prettier than me. Well,
yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
A little bit. But just all in all, the whole day was, and just the people. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's always been, when I first got into like what the mountain biking scene I know now, I know so many people in the community, like 99% of them, 0.9% is just great people.
Yeah.
You always run into one every once in a while. And to me, it's always some cross-country guy in Lycra that just hates life but loves to climb. Yeah. And I'm not knocking. I know there might be some cross-country people out there and that's what they like to do. But just the ones that I've run into that's given me attitude, like it's just been the cross-country like riders for some reason.
You are no fractured riders, so isn't it funny that you guys are looking in different directions?
Yeah, you're
looking that way. I'm looking.
It's because of how the cameras are set up.
Yeah, maybe I'll look straight ahead.
Because if you look like towards me, it's actually that way.
See, look, my hand goes that way, and then I can touch his head there.
It is kind of weird. I wonder if I like.
Not my setup.
Yeah, and I'm not used to having I'm not used to having like 2 cameras.
What a great community that what we're talking about, the people there, is that just in the parking lot, this, as Adam would say, or anybody, the stoke, I don't use that word that often, but the stoke was there, like just banging into Mark and MTB Sheen Queen and the MTV bomber crew and
Yeah.
just everybody.
All those
It
content
was
creators.
so
yeah.
amazing, and I met so many more. Like last year, I had come and I got to meet all the people that I've been a fan of, or have supported my channel and my content, and meeting them and exchanging the stickers and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, to go out there this time, and I told my wife it felt more at home now, because now I'm just sitting with like the people that were always 2D to me. Now they were 3D, and I could touch them. I touched them. But yeah, this time it was like I've already met them a few times now. I've hung out with a lot of them. I've interviewed more of them. I did get to meet Jess, who smells like a baby's bottom, freshly powdered, and MTB Allen for the first time.
Yeah.
And great people.
And of
Just
course,
really
we've got to
people.
meet in person for the first
Oh
time.
yeah, and you in
And
person. I got to touch him, and I still get to touch him.
So he's hanging out. We're at our Airbnb with the podcast studio set up. What do you think of the Airbnb here?
What's up with your hat? Oh, hold on, real quick, if you don't mind. I know this
Go,
is a
go,
new
go.
podcast. It's bent. It's bent. Joey made me.
Oh yeah.
I bought a hat yesterday, and it had a flat brim, and I bent it, and he was very upset with it. But dude, your Airbnb is sick. I'm gonna look this way so it looks like I'm talking to you.
No, right? I
Your
got
Airbnb is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not Sky. I'm at the Skyview Inn, which is, I'm not gonna not look at you. That's so weird.
It's so weird.
I'm staying at the Skyview Inn, which is a stone's throw away from SkyPark. It's the cutest little place. The first night was a little warm. Had a little issue with the AC, but I'm in love with it. Like, it's the cutest little bedroom, little queen size bed. The lady downstairs, would you like breakfast? Had an omelet overlooking the mountains. It was incredible. This place, though, this is for a family.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous. It's got an arcade machine.
Yeah, and there's 3 bedrooms downstairs. The hot tub is downstairs on the porch. You got the porch view. You can kind of see it in the background there, I guess, behind us. So yeah, you could easily get 5-6 people in here.
No,
sleep
more than that.
Yeah.
People on the floor.
Yeah, you could probably get like 10 people in here. To be honest.
Places right here where the cups are sitting.
Oh yeah, so.
Oh yeah, help me, folks.
Your camera's a little closer there.
These were just sitting around as I was.
I'm not letting Johnny go. He doesn't know it yet, but he
send help. But yeah,
he's gonna get kidnapped.
It's just a great all around, man. This is just this area around here.
Yeah.
Who did you get to meet yesterday for the first time that you were totally stoked?
So the only one I had not, well, I'll say the only one I had met in person, I think, would have been Mark.
Really?
Well, I knew Brett Hall because he would come over to the Mark's podcast house along with Steve, spokesman MTB. So I met Brett and Mark. I think was the only ones I had ever met in person. I think so. Everybody else was brand new to me. Of course, like just like you and me, like we follow each other, content creation videos and stuff online, but I can't really place like I will have say I did meet Jess before because she was at the podcast house as well, so I did meet her in person before, so that might have been the only one I didn't not know or didn't like like meet in person before.
I met her briefly at Bentonville for the Bentonville Bike Fest. The high, blah blah blah. But today was, or yesterday was, or even the day before, I was hanging out with the Women's Mountain Bike Network, Mia and
oh, I forgot I met Mia before at the podcast house.
Candace.
Yeah,
and
I hadn't met Candace.
And we hung out. We had dinner and had some drinks, and then the next day was SkyPark, the Ride and Shine,
Mm-hmm.
and we hung out and just you watch her content, and she's funny, she's genius at creating content.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just talk to her, and you like. It's funny how we see these people for what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and then you meet them for who they really are. And she's just the sweetest.
And I would say
nicest
most of the
person.
people I have met that are like big in the YouTube scene or the content creation scene, whether it be IG, like Joe, Colorado Kid, he was in here earlier.
Mhm.
I've met him in person and actually give him handcuffs before. So
Wow.
he actually has a pair of my
Oh,
handcuffs.
he's got it.
But he's pretty much the same goofball. I mean, maybe just a little bit toned down, like in person. But for the most part, all the people I've met in person that I've met online or seen online, for the most part, they are who they are. It's just maybe they tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah,
But
well,
nothing
we're all
crazy.
a little bit amped up when the camera comes on.
Well, yeah, of course.
Actually, I'm kind of the same.
Well, yeah, you actually are.
Kind of the same all the way around. If Adam is still in here, I want to give him flowers or whatever he calls them.
Yeah.
To bring all of these people together.
And he
get
really
all
has.
these people to want to come out to support what you do, Adam.
Yeah. And he's really, well, then of course all the other people like you, but I normally would have never probably went over to SkyPark just because like I don't own an e-bike, which I probably will soon. But because of the Ride and Shine event and Adam putting that on, it brought me out here because I knew you would be out here. I knew he would be out there. I get to meet him in person. I've talked to him briefly on the phone, but I've never really had a one-on-one interaction with him. And he was very busy yesterday, so I didn't want to bug him. Yeah. So I pretty much just said hi, shook his hand, and so I didn't want to bug him too much. And then, but yeah, Adam's like doing his little.
Flowers, dude. I can't thank you enough for what you put on for the community. I think it's so important. Again, I don't know if you listened to the whole thing, but Jess really, I was so moved by what she had to say, and it made me think about my situation. And for him to put this together, to have me even like starting to get choked up, and to know that it affected me, that it affected maybe someone behind me or someone in the back row.
And I know,
and made their day a little bit brighter, and know that there's hope out for them, or there is somebody that will actually listen to them.
And I know Adam talks about, wanting to save one life, but I look at it almost a little different. Like you don't necessarily, I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right? But just knowing somebody's there caring or going through like personal struggles, like, Jess got emotional on stage. We see her content. She's a funny character, but to see that part of her, like you say, oh, you see that personality, and then you see her get very vulnerable there. You see that somebody could look at that and go, oh, okay. Or anybody else that talked on stage, and a route that might be taken to that extreme, another route might be taken to not lead to that. So you're diverting somebody's route to like really, really bad stuff. So maybe they're not there yet, but they could be. But because they see stuff like that and Ride and Shine and what Adam put together, and shout out to SkyPark as well.
Yeah.
You might divert that person's trajectory to where now it's not going down that path, that horrible path anymore. Yeah. So yeah. Well, this is just part of my psychology. I do have a degree in psychology.
Oh, okay.
Years ago. That's not what I do these days, but it.
But
yeah, you could alter somebody's trajectory and path in life just by seeing something like that, and know, people are going through that and be like, oh man, like maybe I can talk to somebody about that, or just in the mountain biking community itself. You see, we have social rides like that, and just talking to somebody could just help that person.
And you got me thinking now. There was, however many hundreds of people that were there. Maddie, you're so beautiful. You're so cute.
And Maddie, like, man, he's always been supportive of my channel, and I know your channel. He's always in here. Whenever I post a video, there might be one comment or two comments, and Medi's one of the ones that.
There's your flowers, Medi. No, but you're right with helping other people, and also this makes me want to think, like, for people to, we all got a GoPro on out there.
Mm-hmm.
We all had a camera. Get the word out to each one. Like, I know I'm going to make a video.
Mm-hmm.
I know you'll probably make a video.
I'll make more. Yeah, I'll make
more videos to get the word out for the people that weren't there. I think that's important. I almost wish it was like a live stream.
Yeah, right.
Out there, maybe next year. I'm just throwing the idea out there.
Yeah,
maybe
Adam, get
on my phone so it live stream so people who aren't there can actually hear the message.
Yeah, that would have been something. I mean, I know a lot of us like recorded. I saw you recording parts of it. I recorded parts of it. Yeah. But yeah, to have that like full on display, like whether it's a live stream or like a full recording of it, would have been nice because you could see like, these people that are talking about their experiences and being vulnerable, and that could resonate with somebody. But yeah, like me and you are like podcasters. You're the true podcaster. But to have something like that, yeah, I'm just a knucklehead that just I have a lot of toys, but I'm not like
so many toys, folks.
I got a microphone over there that's not even being used.
Why? It's lonesome.
Yeah,
so many toys.
Yeah,
but and not to make this so heavy. This is your podcast. You can't make it as heavy.
No.
But I'm gonna say, but what was great about this event is that afterwards, we head over to the pub.
Oh yeah.
And kick it. Mm-hmm. The news on the pub was a little
dark, but
a little dark.
We won't get into that.
We're not gonna get into that. But when you're hanging out, you got a sandwich. You're rubbing elbows with Short Passion and Candace over there from Mountain Bike, the Women's Mountain Bike Network, and MTB Allen came in. We're talking, and then Tony the Outsider.
Yeah, I got to see him. He's looking pretty fit and slim, by the way. Like
he's such a great.
Yeah. He didn't really ride, I don't think, but he was kind of backstage with Mark and those guys and Adam. But I was like, he's looking pretty good.
And Adam, if and I know you had lunch with him there or something because I saw it on Instagram. You got a really good friend in him. The fact that he didn't even ride, for him to drive into this area and just to be there to support you, man. If anyone has a friend like that,
that's nice.
Like to just show up.
Well, I mean, look at you, man, coming all the way from Miami. You probably travel further than anybody.
I came in for my mediocre riding. I'm telling you, and that's another thing is not just that. Afterwards, after getting all that heavy stuff, oh, sorry, this is your podcast.
No, you are the professional, sir. I'm just here with the toys.
No, it's I'm just so amped up. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to be a part of what happened yesterday. Is that right afterwards, it was Mark Hill from the segments. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Mark!
Monday.
Again. I know they got you a cake and all
his
that.
50th. So please make sure to.
He'll be in our club. He'll be in our club.
Yeah, but
not much.
He to crack that cake open. Did you have a piece of that?
I did have a piece of it. It was very rich, but it was good.
I'm on insulin now.
I got the diabetes.
This big.
We got the diabetes,
and it weighed 5 pounds, and it was so rich I couldn't even finish it. I'm a big boy. I can eat me some cake, folks.
Real quick, I wanted to say, my buddy Philly, he's over in Germany, so I just wanted to say hi to him real quick because he popped in. Philly, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Philly. But then the party laps afterwards. What?
Yeah.
I got to ride with the Women's Mountain Bike Network.
So we had that big party train lap on Arrow, which I have a video up on my YouTube channel.
I'm not good on that trip. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not good. First 2 jumps, I ride around it. I don't get no shame in my game.
I took the same route you took
because
that was my first time ever down that trail, like I told you before. Like, so I didn't know what was behind those drops and bridges. So I was like, well, I'll just follow Johnnie and hopefully it all works out. And it did. It was fine.
No, but just riding with everyone, the MTB Ferals. And there's just too many names, folks. If I'm missing some of your names, there were so many people out there. It's MTB SoCal MTB Adventures. Sorry, They took me on my first rides.
Mm-hmm.
We went down sleigh, did Lower Arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my hey, welcome back to SkyPark was
Mhm.
Lower Arrow, and I was like, okay, shouldn't have warmed up on that one. Never did Comet. I did Donner.
What should you warm up on?
I would say sleigh.
Sleigh.
We did at the end. I was with
Oh,
a few of the girls, and we did sleigh ground.
so playground is what.
Playground.
Yeah.
No, I mean if you're just getting on a bike, perfect,
Mhm.
perfect, lots of fun. But when we got done with it, it was like, okay. But it's there for a reason. It's there for people who say my wife came out.
Yeah.
She could have done that.
Well, and that's what Blondie, she rode. We went down playground, but when we was there, the lower part of playground was not opened up. So you had to go down the blue sleigh ride or whatever it's called.
Okay. Yeah. Sleigh's is it blue?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's fat. And they switched that one up.
I didn't tell her that she was on a blue trail. She was like, this got kind of spicy at the end. I said, yeah, that's because it's a blue trail.
Did you do Donner and Blitzen?
I don't remember.
Those were the two.
Yeah, I did one of them.
Elias
I did one
Fenneca,
of
but
them.
you can either go right or left.
I think I went.
Those were a lot of fun. I had such a blast on those. I again, slower rider,
Mhm.
but just a fun trail. You guys out here, I got to tell you something. With this loose dirt, it's like powder. It's like baby powder, and it gets in your lungs and your teeth,
Grit.
and you can't breathe. But I don't trust the braking on a berm in that.
Yeah.
How do you guys go about? Elliot said brake before the berm.
Yeah, you do.
I brake the whole way down.
Well, yeah, you just ride the brakes the whole way down.
And it's funny because GoPro, darn it, you got to learn to fix this.
Mm.
Is that
You're talking to GoPro?
I'm talking to GoPro right now. Anybody has this? I've watched videos on Donner and Blitzen, and GoPro, you don't do that justice at all.
Yeah.
So GoPro, if you're watching, could you do something?
Do something about the GoPro effect. So Adam's saying here, by the way, the entire crew at SkyPark worked so hard to make this happen. You thank the Courtney, Kara, Rebecca, Brad for believing this event and having it, elevating it.
Elevating it.
Yeah. And we was given SkyPark their flowers earlier. I didn't know these people, so I'm glad Adam.
Yeah, no, SkyPark is amazing.
Yeah.
And everybody there is so great.
Yeah.
Like even the people behind the bar. I mean, just everybody who works there.
Yeah, the staff seem.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't remember the name. It could have been Courtney. Oh my gosh. I don't know her name. I went to dinner with her the night before. I was out to dinner with Women's Mountain Bike Network, and she was there. She does their Instagram stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching, Adam, what's her name? Anybody who knows, I'm not good with names, but she was so sweet. As soon as I sat down, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're MTB Q&A, right?" She goes, "You were posting the airplane coming."
Oh
out
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, they're so good at what they do over there." So yeah, SkyPark. Thank you for allowing.
He's saying it's Courtney's.
Okay, yeah, it's Courtney.
Okay,
Courtney. She's awesome.
So
much energy.
I will say, since I rode Snow Valley today, that's even way more sandy than at SkyPark. So I'm used to it because I ride Southern Arizona, Tucson. It's just rock garden and moon dust and silt and sand. So riding Snow Valley Bike Park today was my jam. Like that, I loved it. But I will say, when we did the party lap down Arrow, you even mentioned it, like you were getting dusted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were eating that dust, and you're probably not. Well, I would kind of say there's got to be like a lot of sand in Miami, though, right?
Yeah, the sand doesn't
like
kick up. It just kind of stays there. So
yeah, and Medi's saying, yeah, Snow Valley is amazing. I loved it. I got to ride it today. I think I did 7 or 8 laps. I did at least 7 laps because I timed the lift up there. It was always right at 10 minutes or like 9 minutes and like 30 seconds. So it's a pretty quick lift to get up. And I never had to wait more than maybe 90 seconds and for the most times you could get right on the lift without any wait at all.
Yeah.
And there was people there. I mean, it wasn't like empty. It wasn't like SkyPark busy like yesterday, but it was nice. And that's why I said I have the enduro bike, the yellow one back there. And so I'm used to the dust, but I can see if you're not used to that loose silt to where it's kind of like,
I just feel like that front tire is going out.
yeah. And I will say SkyPark, they're nowhere near as loose and dusty as Snow Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like you would probably would have not liked it up there, because to me, SkyPark was almost like hero dirt to me, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's SkyPark. There's parts of that SkyPark where I considered it hero dirt, which is, I don't know.
It was just, I couldn't see.
Yeah. We'll say when there was like 50 of us going down Arrow, like that was pretty dusty. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? Like just bike after bike and bike is going down that. So you're just going to have to eat the dust and
eat the dust.
Yeah. You know, where we ride, we kind of know that, to where we kind of space it out. But as a content creator, when I'm filming, I just have to kind of learn to eat the dust. Or when the weather is nicer and not as hot, it's, you know, we will wear like a dust mask if we have to, particularly if I know I'm going to be creating content and I want to follow as close as I can to a rider.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of used to it. You just kind of like, you have to get that like stuff out of you later. That's just part of the game out there in Tucson.
Yeah, a bunch of people had the dusty unibrow. Candace, little short passion MTB, she had a dusty. It looked like
when you have like the glasses on,
the unibrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a lot different for me.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy. I wish I could live near here, because there's so much to offer in this area.
And I will say, SkyPark, the Santa's Village area, at first I found it kind of like a bit overwhelming and big, but the more like you kind of go through it, I'm like, oh, it's not quite as big as I think it is. There's a lot of stuff there, and they probably have a lot more of those shops and stuff open during like the holiday Christmas type season. Mm-hmm. But there was like restaurants and stuff there. I know we ate at one of the restaurants. We got a burger there and some fries, and it was good. And I know compared to like other bike parks I've been to, it's not as there's not as much stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like amenities there. But at SkyPark, you know, they have all that.
And they got so much for the families.
Yeah.
Did you see that metal roller coaster looking thing?
Yeah, that was what's B something, the new attraction that's going to be coming.
You sit on a bike and pedal around. You actually move your
But it's not open yet, right?
It's not. I don't know if it's open or not.
I don't think so, but I think it says new coming attraction or something. Maybe Adam knows a little bit about it, or somebody maybe in the comments knows what's, because it was like the
I think it was somebody said you get on a bike
and you
pedal yourself around
and that's the one that's like elevated up.
Yes, it's elevated up. It was really cool. I was like, I want to come back.
Yeah, and they have the little climbing rock wall.
Yeah.
Frozen climb.
Just throwing, I think.
Yeah, so there, stuff to do for like the for the family. So not necessarily if you're a mountain biker, or if one of the family members is a mountain biker, but you want something for the kids and stuff to do. That's kind of what SkyPark does really, really well compared to like other mountain bike parks. Because a lot of other mountain bike parks, they started out being ski resorts that eventually turned into a mountain bike park along with it, because like they saw, hey, there's a want for this. So a lot of those, Snow Valley was probably one of the ones that was just like that. It looks like a original ski park. Yeah, and that they turned it into eventually a mountain bike park.
Coming traction, ride a bike and pedal around. It looked cool.
Yeah,
it looked high up. Hope they strap you in well enough.
Yeah, because I was looking at it before I seen like it said coming attraction soon. Because we was walking through the park, I'm like, what is this thing? And then I saw, okay, it's the Beeline or whatever it's called, and I was really curious, and I was even going to look on their website to see what it was all about. But yeah, I guess it's coming. Let's see.
Looks cool. Looks cool.
SkyPark is. And SkyPark is open year round. So I know. Do they close like, Adam, can you tell us, does it close like just a couple times a year for like certain things, whether it be like just bad weather conditions? I know they're open year round, but I have seen like a couple days where they were closed. I don't know if it was because of
Yeah, I guess a lot of places are like you were talking about ski resorts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in Jackson Hole, we were talking about earlier, is at Teton Village. It was just skiing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they realized that this mountain biking thing is going to
it might take off.
It might take off like the internet. And
I don't know,
the computer thing.
Yeah, the internet. That was just a phase.
That was a phase.
It was a fact.
Yeah, it's gonna. But they turn in. They've got some incredible mountain biking out there. I don't know if this was SkyPark there before, and then they made the trails.
So from what I understand, and Adam's saying they only close for bad weather. So Santa's Village, just from what I understand, that whole Christmas theme thing was there from the beginning. I think the new owners, or the owners at the time, whether it's the current owners, when they bought that with the intention of making a mountain bike destination park, the agreement was, or it just happened to be, that they were going to keep the whole Santa's Village and as an attraction as well. So they just kind of combined the two. That's the story that I understand. You know, maybe somebody in the comments, whether it's Adam or somebody else, can highlight that, but that's the kind of the story, that village and stuff was there before.
Okay.
And then the owners wanted to put in a mountain bike park, but they just kind of combined it. So it worked out. I mean, it's so weird to see Santa Claus in July. But
the dude has got to be sweating.
He was
that classic Santa, not the red and the white velvet. He had the vest.
Yeah, so like more of a Kris Kringle, or
like Santa chilling at home watching Real Housewives of the North.
Yeah, he wasn't in like the red suit and white. Yeah, it was more. Yeah.
Did I just say the Real Housewives of the North Pole? That just came out of my mouth. Yeah, he's just kind of chilling. He's got the vest on and the white, but still, the fact that he's hot. He's got to be hot.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, Adam. Thank you, and great job with the event and SkyPark. You guys are awesome. Oh, you see that? That was crazy.
Love you, brother. I'll see you next year. What is this?
I don't know. Like, but
I did like this,
and all of a sudden,
this
like fire.
Actually, this emoji I've been hearing is two guys high-fiving,
and not the prayer.
Not praying, so you're high-fiving.
That was weird. Like when you did that, like a bunch of fireworks and stuff came out behind you. That was crazy.
Okay. I still just like the thumbs up.
Which, you know, I guess the newer generation considers this thumbs up as being like too aggressive. Or
okay, let's not keep up. Let's not keep up. Double thumbs up. Did it, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, there it is.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I know it's your podcast, but I'm going to interrupt this podcast by doing this again.
Yeah. I just saw like the fireworks. I'm like, where did that come from? I know it's from the MacBook software.
This is what two old people are learning. We're like, look,
because I think the one is just
up made fireworks. So
yeah, the one thumbs up just does that.
Hey, look, everybody! If you put your thumbs up,
you get that.
Okay,
but I guess the two of them. Do I get the fireworks? Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
Nice. For some reason, it freezes my camera.
Oh, it freezes your camera. See, mine does that if I start doing too many windows.
Oh yeah. So like I know yours when you open up like an Instagram post or reel and you're trying to like show it. That's when it happens to yours, right?
Yeah, I can actually hear my computer start whirring. No, it's usually
so is it the computer or is it the internet?
A giveaway. And I spin the wheel of names or whatever, that's when my computer, my mouth starts lagging.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if you think it's the internet connection or your computer itself.
I think it's my 2017 computer.
Oh yeah. So I got this one. I think this is a 2023, and it has the what is it? I forget what chip is. And it's like the most advanced chip you can get. I forget which one it is for MacBook.
I'm so not computer.
Yeah, I totally forget now.
I know how to work them a little bit, but I don't know how to. Yeah. Like, just if you're going to buy a computer, buy the top of the line.
That's what that
is, and you'll have it for a little bit. Sorry, I'm reading some of the.
No. And the only reason I brought up the whole internet connection thing is because when we move in, because we talked about earlier when we was having dinner out there on the porch about our new house that we're building, I I have 18 Cat 6 fiber optic lines that are going into the house. So like,
Okay, see.
yeah, and then I have 3 wireless access points because the house is so big. So if you do have Wi-Fi, like it can go all around the house because like from where like the router is, it'll never be able to reach upstairs because the house is so big. But in each room, I put in either one or a lot of the rooms even have 2 Cat 6 connections along with.
What's a Cat 6 connection?
So think
that's
just like
how far behind I am.
So think of like a hard line, fiber optic line for internet. So you're not doing it just wirelessly. It's being.
Oh, okay, that way you got something solid.
Yeah. So you remember, we're old school, right? So remember like landlines.
I remember landlines
back in the day. Yeah. But as far as like the telephones, you don't have to worry about a old school landline dropping service like our current cell phones. So kind of think of it like that a little bit, to where it's your internet speed is just so much faster with a direct connect line.
Yeah.
Because like the provider is bringing in, and it's back and forth whether it's upload or down.
Yeah. So your whatever's out here goes bad, you're still plugged in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's solid.
But I have 18 lines that are in that house. So most of the rooms even have like two lines in it, to whether it be a cable line for the TV and then the Cat 6 line for the internet. So I'm excited about that because I have all these.
When is this going on? When is this happening? He's building this huge house.
Well, yeah, I say building. I used to do construction before what I do now. I'm not technically building it, the builders are building it, you know what I mean? But that's going to be hopefully done October timeframe.
Man.
Yeah, so it's there's a lot of houses in that community. So like they build part of the house, like it's all framed, it's got drywall, but then they kind of like wait for other materials to come in, and they go to the house like next door and they work on that. Yeah. Then they come back to yours. So normally if you was just building a house, like that should have been almost done already, but because they flip from house to house to house, they'll work on sections of your house for a while.
Yeah.
And then they might abandon it for like 2 or 3 weeks until like the new materials for that part of the house.
Yeah.
So
you're building a 1 bathroom, but you're waiting on Mr. and Mrs. Tile.
Yeah, exactly.
So you go work out. Yeah.
And I'm excited because
we did that when we moved into our house in 2020. We gutted everything. We had to wait for stuff.
And I'm excited for that house because that has 5 bathrooms, which is nice because there's only going to be 3 people living in.
I was going to say there's 3 people. That's good. Good
well,
math. Good math, man.
So if you ever come out to Tucson, I
can pee anywhere.
Well, you have your own bathroom. You have your own bedroom. You have your own. And if Lauren comes out too, she'll have her own bedroom and her own bathroom.
Nice. Is that what? So you have how many bedrooms?
So there's technically 6, but there'll be 2 or 3 like spare bedrooms. So at least 2 spare bedrooms, if not 3, because sometimes me and the missus, I work different shifts sometimes. So,
yeah.
So sometimes like we sleep in separate rooms.
You know what? And I don't know if other married people do this. There's times when my wife will already be in bed, and I can see that light underneath the door, and there's no light. That means the TV's off.
Oh, okay.
My brain can't fall asleep because it moves too much without noise from a TV.
Which I'm the exact opposite. I have to have complete silence, other than like a fan. But my brain does race. It will race.
I can't. So I'll go into the second bedroom, like she's already in bed. Second bedroom.
Okay.
Mysteries of the unexplained or unexplained with William Shatner. And if William Shatner's listening,
which that'd be funny.
Favorite show. You don't know. There's William Shatner may be a mountain biker. He may pop on.
Yeah, you never know.
Unexplained with William Shatner is my favorite show.
So, Factor Rider asked me what the yellow bike is in the background. That is a Salsa Cassidy. You saw it. What do you think of it?
It's a solid bike. No, it's a really nice. What do you call it? Enduro.
Yeah, it's an enduro bike for sure. It's
more bike than I would need in Miami, but in Finland, just enough.
Yeah. So 180 millimeter travel in the front, 165 in the rear. I did recently converted it into a mullet because I am vertically challenged. So that smaller tire in the back does help me out. I do like for the type of riding we have in Tucson, particularly on Mount Lemmon. Yeah, there you go. Explain that the 29-inch tires do work well for that, but I do like the smaller tire in the back because it's I can actually touch flat-footed on the ground to where on the 29-inch, even with like the lower posts and the geometry is fine. I could not touch without like being on my tippy toes a little bit. So
is that a medium?
That is a medium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Salsa, I have a trail bike that's called a Rustler. That is a size small, and that one actually fits me better. Now, Salsas, at least in those two, do run bigger than most small. So, like, kind of think of their medium as a large and their small as a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been on some other small bikes and different brands, and like it would be too small for me, even for my little height. Because we actually rented a small e-bike yesterday at SkyPark, and that was too small for both me and the missus, even for her. And she's like an inch shorter. She's like, yeah, I need a medium. Even then.
Yeah, that's interesting. You talk because I ride my Izzo's a large, and I like to ride a little bit smaller. I'm like in between a large and an extra large.
Mm-hmm.
But the decoy, they got me an extra large, and it fits so right. It's like the decoy. Their e-bikes are built smaller. Like their extra large would normally be a large, and someone else's. The sizing of different bikes. It's all.
Yeah, there's no like
Specialized has a weird sizing chart.
Yeah, like the 1 through whatever.
S1,
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think they Specialized. Looks like they have like more options at least.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like to where it's kind of like medium plus or small plus. You know, they got like those half sizes, which is nice.
It's a lot of like perfectly for Jarno, chunky. He loves his chunk.
Yeah, so we ride a lot of chunk there in Tucson, particularly on Mount Lemmon. So an enduro bike like that works perfectly. Now, I do ride my trail bike, which is 150, 140, or 130 actually, on Mount Lemmon. And I will say it is a huge difference when I hop on the enduro bike versus the trail. So there's other parts of Tucson where a trail bike, in fact, about 80% or 90% of the trails in Tucson on what we call the lower trails, not on the mountain, a normal trail bike and even Izzo would work fine.
Yeah.
But when you're riding Mount Lemmon at 9,000 feet and going down some, just because it's all
a lot of feet.
Yeah, it's all black diamond and double black diamond trails on that mountain. Okay. So like an enduro bike, for me at least, helps compensate a little bit more for my lack of riding skills. Kind of saves me a little bit.
Let the bike do what it wants to do.
Yeah. I will ride my trail bike on it. In fact, when I first started, that's all I had was that trail bike, and it did fine. But I can immediately tell the difference when I'm on the enduro versus that, because like it is very, very chunky. In fact, the only trail that even relates to it that I rode out here was Gunsmoke at Snow Valley. That was a double black diamond, and that's very similar to how a lot of the riding is on Mount Lemmon in Tucson. The other one that is kind of okay was Quick Draw, which was a black diamond trail there at Snow Valley. That had some chunky sections to it, but that was kind of be more of our blue trail or dark blue. There was some black diamond sections, but that Gunsmoke, man, that got me. I had a little crash on that one today, but that's very similar to how Mount Lemmon riding is. If people that ride Snow Valley, you kind of tell the difference. It's very much like Quick Draw or Gunsmoke there at Snow Valley.
So fun. It's so fun. I'm looking over here, like comments, and it's like delayed like 5 seconds or something. I'm seeing myself do something already.
Yeah.
throwing me off.
You're saying
StreamYard.
my friend Dylan Stark calls Gunsmoke rock run so fun. Yeah, there is a lot of rocks on that. And I will say, like, Snow Valley is more my style of riding versus SkyPark. I see the attraction to both, but my opinion, like I said before, like I would definitely, if I ride SkyPark again, I'm not even bringing the analog bike. I'm riding the e-bike all day.
So blessed that Joey and Mark hooked me up 2 years in a row for a bike.
Yeah,
because I was like, if you can't get it, I'll just rent an E over there at the SkyPark. But YT Mill came in the clutch.
So the original one we rented was a Specialized, and I don't know if that was like a first generation. That bike felt like a freaking motorcycle, man. Like it was a class 1 e-bike, you know, like it's only allowed there. But man, that thing was like 55 pounds. It was ridiculous. And so we took that one back. We got a Santa Cruz. I forget whatever their model is for that. Somebody maybe. Which one was it? Hustler?
His wife was chiming.
Yeah. I don't remember, but that one was very much more like a heavy enduro bike, not much heavier than that. So that one worked out better. So that's Santa Cruz was not much, different than my heavy enduro bike. But yeah, I'm definitely not bringing an enduro bike to SkyPark. I would rather have like a hardtail or Izzo. Like
got the beast.
But these days, just give me the e-bike at SkyPark.
Or just let Adam, Rad Dad, push you up while he pedals his.
Well, that's again, I did bring the e-bike tow strap, and I was like, man, I need to find Johnnie to tow me up this thing.
Oh, I had it on boost.
Yeah,
I was flying up that thing. And it's funny, as MTB Allen at the end of the day, he had his e-bike and his battery died. So he was pedaling that heavy beast, giant beast. I guess he rides for Giant, I think.
The Heckler. Okay, Santa Cruz.
And his battery was dead, so he was huffing it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. The guy's in good shape anyway. So
yeah, and even the e-bike I had, that I borrowed from the missus there that we rented when she was done riding. For some reason, like on some of the runs, the battery just like would shut off. And so when we was done with Arrow, that party lap that I filmed, when we was at the end where you got to pedal kind of flat or just a little bit uphill at the very end till you get back to the village, like I was like, this thing should be in boost right now and it has no power. And I think there's no way this battery died. Like, for some reason, like twice, it just shut off randomly on its own. So I had to like stop and like mess with it to get it to turn back.
Button, keep hitting it.
Yeah, well, I had to like hold it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but it just turned off. And it could have just been user error because I'm not used to riding an e-bike. I've only ridden like 1 or 2, and before actually ride it a lot yesterday. Yeah. So definitely the missus has stole Blondie back there. She's definitely getting her e-bike.
I don't know how she's reading through all this.
I know.
She's reading some book.
Yeah. How to get
10 feet away.
But
we're yapping left and right.
Well,
we got a podcast.
Yeah. But e-bikes are definitely in our future. She's definitely going to get one for sure now. Before, she was kind of not, I wouldn't say she was against it, but she wasn't quite on board with it until yesterday.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% on board with the e-bike now.
Talking about an e-bike. Daddy wants an e-bike for his birthday or Christmas. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah. She was saying back there that she's...
You get them for the price of what I paid for my analog now.
Oh,
that's what's sad.
Lauren's asking what book you reading.
Lauren, we're talking bikes and stuff. You want to know about books?
It's Murder and Sex.
It's a book about murder and sex.
Yeah.
It's called The Blood Couple. Closer Than Blood.
Yeah. And she must like it because she's been reading all day long. When I was at Snow Valley riding, she's been writing the book. Like, read the book all day.
It's like 50 Shades of Murder or something like that.
Like 50 Shades of Grey type?
She says it's about how well it's a description you should get.
Yeah. So this podcast has gone off the rails already. Well, we are kind of late into the
We
show.
got 2 people.
Oh yeah. So before we forget,
at your leisure.
yeah. So
we go as long as
you
you
want to
want.
get like refill the ice?
Yeah, hold on. You keep talking.
All right.
Hold
So
on.
Johnny has a special.
Just in case you don't know who's been talking,
Yeah.
nonstop.
So
And I apologize for that. I just get in that.
no, that's
Yeah,
okay.
no.
You're fine, Johnny.
I get
So
the yap.
Johnny is getting some fresh ice. He found some interesting items that we're going to try out. This,
Am I making too much noise?
yeah, the ice machine. But he wants us to try these sodas or whatever they are. It's these weird flavors. I don't know. We're going to try them. They're probably going to be horrible.
Again, I'm just a yapper, dude. But you know that. You brought a yapper onto your podcast.
Well, okay. So
But is this good?
no, we're good.
You're not going to hit me or nothing?
Well,
Okay. He
You
does
don't-
have cuffs.
cuffs and well, we won't say.
We won't- No, but this is good, man. Before we do this, I appreciate you bringing me on
Oh yeah.
again to your podcast.
Yes.
Your fault. Which one do you want to start, folks? So may I
So,
talk about what
go
we did?
Go
what
ahead.
I did?
Go ahead.
There was a store. I came into the village here. I had a me day because my legs weren't working really well. And I found a store that had all these wacky flavors of soda. And there were some called puke.
Yeah.
And
We're not trying that one.
there was one called like bad fridge. I don't know. So I found these two. I figured these two.
And I got my water chaser here just in case.
These two I figured we could do.
So
if he wants to do them,
grass soda.
grass soda and ranch dressing.
Ugh.
I figure it's kind of like a salad. You got your greens.
And I don't do ranch dressing, so that's
don't do ranch dressing.
so that one's gonna be horrible for me.
Which one?
So let me try the grass.
Okay,
soda.
let's do grass first. I just thought this would be kind of fun. You know?
Blondie's gonna jump in.
His wife wants to try it. Get yourself a glass.
And by the way, Lauren says you and her definitely need to hang out.
I don't know. I don't.
Oh yes. So Blondie drank a whole bottle of wine the first night we were here.
That's Lauren before noon.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Kidding.
So she had a whole bottle of wine when we was in the hot tub. Yeah, the first night we were here. Oh, on the podcast too. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she did have. That was great juice.
You pour in however much you want.
I'm going to just like sample size it.
I gotta be honest. It doesn't smell bad. So, folks, if you want, it's called Lexer's Fixins. Is it Lester's Fixins on this too? The name of the soda? No, there's just sodas. And
This is grass.
is it? Does it smell like
It
grass?
smells like cut grass.
Oh man, you had me.
Got ranch dressing.
It actually
Yeah.
it tastes kind of like
Lauren and I put ranch dressing on our pancakes. And
Oh
we did- no,
god,
I'm
like I
kidding.
don't. Yeah, that's
Have you
gross.
tasted it yet?
Yeah, it tastes kind of.
Well, here.
Cheers, brother.
It tastes like a fruit. I can't think of the name of the fruit. A kiwi.
That is
That's actually
Tastes like
good.
kiwi.
that
Yeah,
is
kinda
good actually.
Yeah,
It
it's
tastes
like fruity.
Kiwi.
Kiwi, yeah, kiwi-ish, yeah.
oh
right.
man.
Yeah, hit me with some more of that. Actually, it's
Yeah,
not.
almost has
It's
a
very
vodka.
refreshing.
It has
This
like
would
a
actually
vodka.
go good with like a vodka.
I didn't think it was going to taste like that.
Oh, we don't have any vodka.
It's no, that's actually what. Actually, I think I might finish this before we go into ranch.
Yeah, it kind of tastes, Lauren. It does kind of taste like a kiwi, sort of, kind of.
I mean, I just downed it.
Is it
That's
kiwi?
very good.
It's a fruit. I can't think.
Yeah.
Is it kiwi?
I think it's kiwi. I think you nailed it, sister.
I wonder what the ingredients is on it.
Some kind of fructose syrup.
Oh yeah, but
It's
there has
some
to be
other-
some type of
I can tell you
flavor.
there is a lot of syrup in it.
Something number green. Something number 9 green.
Now
Green number 9.
I'd be afraid to do the ranch one. I'll sip it though.
All right, you have the readers. I don't. My eyes are so bad. You
I
read it.
just downed it.
Johnny had you have to.
I can't read it.
I can't read it.
I'm not going to be able to read it even with. God. This podcast brought to you by Old Man Glasses.
Well, you know what? Do
I
this.
mean, we're like, all of us are like, readers.
I'm getting magnified.
She's getting magnified.
Yeah,
You can tell we're old,
it
old
is
folks.
really small. I don't think they want you to read it.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't think.
So I'll have to drink the rest of this to get to the.
Yeah, the fact that you don't like ranch is throwing me off.
Oh no,
He
I
doesn't
don't.
do sauce.
I
Oh,
don't
really?
do-
You're not a sauce
I
guy?
don't eat ketchup, mustard, any of
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Oh no!
She was trying to read the bottle and
Flip it
didn't
upside down.
realize that there's actual liquid still up in the bottle.
Yeah, it's all over the
Oh,
floor.
no,
now.
I knew. I thought
Oh, it's a
I didn't think it
rental.
was that bad.
It's a rental. I can't even get the ranch off. Oh, I got some ranch on my finger.
No, I'm afraid to try this. No,
I'll try it first.
Folks,
here, you try it first.
this one smells like ranch.
Ugh.
That one, I would actually, if they had a diet of that, because I'm not real big into sugary sodas,
Which
believe it or not.
I
This belly is
So
brought
this-
to you by
this one-
Doritos and pizza.
so I have been drinking.
All sugar. Every word on here is sugar and flavor or artificial
Flavor, sugar, and sugar.
Artificial flavor and coloring. It's all sugar.
So I've been drinking IBC cream soda.
Let me get a towel.
Where's that? I'm behind on my phone. It's where I left. I'm like, why don't I look like I'm doing?
Yeah, that's Joey. That's was exactly what we were doing. Phone camera and zooming in. That's what Blondie was
I
doing.
got
over
to
there.
tell you this before we end this or whenever you end it.
Mm-hmm.
Before we say thank you again.
For
This
absolutely.
This
Well,
is
thank
so
you for
much
coming
fun.
over, even though you're only like 3 minutes away.
it's actually like a 6-minute walk. I think.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I just poured in ranch. I love ranch, but I don't know if I want to drink ranch. This
Oh god, it's so gross, man.
you can actually
I don't think it's really.
Oh,
don't sniff it.
Oh my freaking Lord! It smells like ranch.
oh, not good for the diabetes.
And I love ranch.
Oh
That's-
no.
But I don't know if I want to drink it. It's like, say you get off the bike and you're like, you know what I need right now?
It's a ranch.
I need a ranch soda.
Soda.
She just dove in. She
Oh,
dove in.
no, there's no way.
She spit it. You're
Let's
gonna
spit it out.
give me the kiwi.
That
Okay.
is gross.
Give me the grass. I might need a grass chaser for the
Yeah, I
ranch.
would have to have the water. There's no.
That is disgusting.
Bottoms up, folks.
You have really got to like ranch.
Oh, I love ranch.
That's
It
gross.
it doesn't feel good going down.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Trying to
No,
think.
like I could dip a French fry in this maybe.
Oh no, God.
You know, because I'm an adult.
Put some-
We don't
put
use
some-
ketchup anymore,
put
folks. You
some,
use honey mustard or ranch on your fries. Grow up.
What's that stuff that you put in stuff to thicken it?
Oh,
No. What do you put in gravy to thicken it?
Okay, now it's not getting so bad. Now that I got the I got
Cornstarch.
it tastes like cornstarch.
No, I said you'd have to put cornstarch in there, and then you'd have your draft dressing.
so
Okay.
MTB
Cornstarch
Farrell's
is just a thickener.
is in here saying what's up, Johnny.
Oh, hey. Barrel's in the house. My phone lagged or something. No.
Natural flavor.
Dude, there's no. I'm not trying this. No, I'm not doing it.
Patrick will throw up.
Oh, I
Don't
might
do
do it. I might throw up.
He doesn't like ranch.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Here, I'll like take a little.
I'm trying to read what's in it.
But I literally might.
Hurricane
Oh.
sugar, gum,
Johnny does not.
something. Natural
That's no
flavor.
bueno.
Oh, there's a lot of gum stuff in here. I don't put all that.
Gum is good. I
Sure.
put gum stuff everywhere.
It's all the gum. The
Here,
gum
This
Yes,
was
please.
kiwi.
I'm gonna try it, but I might puke.
No,
Don't.
don't.
No, wait.
dude, get him a bucket. Get him a bucket. I've taken sips of it and I thought I liked it, and then all of a sudden there's an after kick that makes you get that thing in your throat right before you.
What's
Here,
thing going on
Throw it
about
up in a
a
bowl.
drink that will make picture ten,
here.
which I know the reference is.
Wait, it's disgusting.
Oh God, no.
No. Yeah,
Where's-
dude, get him a chaser. Get him a chaser.
Oh,
Get him some
God.
water. Get him
Oh.
that. And this isn't sponsored.
It even the smell was horrible.
No, dude, you're gonna make me sick now.
That is a fell pot. I don't know who drinks that stuff.
Well, I could have gotten puke
Yeah, no.
and garbage. They had all these
I'll-
different flavors.
I'll drink the
Gross.
grass soda all day
They have
long.
puke and garbage.
Yeah, they had
Oh,
a bunch of
man.
garbage.
You know what's the
Refrigerator
But the
smells.
thing is this smells like ranch that's been
Oh.
left out.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
You
horrible.
know what I mean? You know that smell that
Oh.
you get when you have just ranch sitting on a plate forever, and you smell throughout your house.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
man,
what this
no,
smells.
no.
Oh,
And like I can't even look at the glass anymore. It got that. I could take a sip and be
Mm.
like, okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, and then there's that after kick.
Yeah,
But
just the
this
smell of that.
grass is kiwi.
Yeah, that's good actually. That's actually kind of
That
tasteful,
was tasty. That was really good.
but not the ranch, man.
And
Ooh,
ooh, does it do a thumbs down?
I don't know what it does. Oh no, it
Oh,
rains.
it's raining. Oh, I gotta get a MacBook.
So I have no idea. Like,
what happened?
what? Like, so like, do it again.
Do the hold on, thumbs down.
It
It
rains.
rains. If
But
you
now
do-
do the thumbs up so she can see it.
hell?
if you do 2 thumbs up.
It knows.
Yeah, the
fireworks.
MacBook knows.
Well, what else can you
What
do?
else does it?
I
know is
have
the
no
question.
idea.
Flip that down later.
I know where her mind. I know exactly where her mind is going. So like, if you get a little frisky, does it like do something else?
I just looked at the glass and I felt a little.
Hey, babe, can you turn that
Yeah.
glass away?
No, it's good. It's good.
It's
It's
rough.
out. No, it was the after kick. Like I took a sip
You
and I'm
want
like,
to- you
no,
want- you want
no,
to-
I know I'm a man. I got this. Don't you worry. But a couple men here drinking ranch dressing. That's what this is.
I'd rather be shot than
You'd
drink
probably
that.
rather drink real ranch dressing.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Oh, that was fun.
Well, thank you for bringing that though.
Crushing cream sodas and chasing it with ranch. Though. Oh,
I like my cream soda.
have you ever been to Disney or no Universal
Which one?
down in Orlando?
So
Oh, yeah.
when I was a youngster, yes.
Okay,
Not since I was like
Okay.
12 years old.
they've got the Harry Potter thing down there, and they got this butter beer that I guess they drink in Harry Potter, and it's your cream soda
Mm-hmm.
times 15 with like cream on top
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
God, I had to sit down. I got so dizzy and nauseous.
What's this? Lauren's like, well, my mind just went there. Trail Monster After Hours.
Trail Monster After Hours.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I was talking about the when you do the stuff on MacBook, all the stuff, and I was
Yeah.
saying about getting frisky
Yeah.
if it does like something special. If like people go on,
Fireworks.
I know that's where Blondie's mind was going.
That's where Lawrence just went. Exactly.
Oh, this was so much fun, buddy.
Oh man, this was a blast.
Yeah, so we're at an hour and 22 minutes. We'll wrap it up here in just a minute. Anything that you want to add? And
No, I just
talk
want to add. Again, I'm sure, and I hope, and I pray. I'm not going to do that because it's going to make the screen do weird. That Adam Mock does this every year,
yeah,
and I will try to make this. I hope to make this
And-
my
and I-
yearly pilgrimage.
yeah, and I
with
know,
you.
yes, absolutely. As long as, well, hopefully in the next year or two, I'll be retired and have my pension to live off of, and
Nice.
I can just do it anything I want, mountain bike related, or just go have fun. As for us, it's a 4-day weekend, maybe a 5-day weekend for us. That's a long time for us
Mhm.
because we don't get a lot of time off. I mean, I do because I've been doing it 21, 22 years. So I do get time off, but I'm going to have to go back and deal with all that stuff and deal with criminals again and all that. But when I retire, if I want to hang out in here for like 2 weeks, I can do it as long as I can afford it. But I will say, I know a lot of people was saying it was hot yesterday, and it was warm. But for us that live out in the Phoenix, Tucson area, it was warm, but not that hot for us because like we reached temperatures in the 115s there.
Ugh.
There was just a little bit of humidity in the air, but not too bad.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know, if you've never been in 115-degree heat, even without humidity, it's pretty rough. I could handle like 95, 100 out here. What was probably like 90 something yesterday?
Yeah, probably in the 90s.
Yeah. So for us, it's not too bad. I know for the locals, it was like, it's a little warm.
Yeah.
Maybe the weather will cooperate the next time a little bit better, but like it wasn't that bad. And a lot of SkyPark is in the shade, the trees. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful trees out here. Holy cow!
Oh yeah, the trees back here. Yeah.
Huge.
And great event. And as long as I get time off of work before I retire, love to come out and hang out. This wonderful Airbnb here, very nice. I mean, I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it doesn't break the bank too bad.
Yeah.
But particularly like if you got, I know when Mark and those guys go out to Sedona, there's like 4 of them that'll stay there, and I'm sure they kind of probably split it between like the 4 or 5 of them, whatever. Like easily with, there was like because 1 bedroom downstairs easily sleeps a couple, and then there's 2 other bedrooms, so like 4 people could be in this easily with plenty of room, because there's also 2 bathrooms that are here as well. So I do like this place. This Airbnb is very, very nice. I mean, it was a nice 3-day getaway for us. I mean, 4 time we travel back, but 3 nights here in the Airbnb, and tonight we're just kind of hanging out and chilling and having a good time. Doing a little silly podcast. Yeah, 120 degrees in Palm Springs is perfect for
Yeah, I did, man. No,
and
no,
I
get it. Like it gets hot.
Mhm.
Like it was hot here, and I did schwitz a little bit.
Mhm.
But if you put Miami's humidity out here,
Yeah,
it would be unbearable.
yeah,
But I do get, once you start doing the $120,
yeah.
even if
115,
it's not,
110.
even if it's not humid, it's like oven hot.
Yeah, it's very oven. Like stick your head in the oven, and that's what it feels
it's
like.
oven hot. It's
So a
not-
lot of people do experience the humidity in a lot of around the country.
Mhm.
But if you've never been in Phoenix or Yuma area, really experience that, like Palm Springs, 120 degree heat. It's just different. Like they're both bad, right? Like it's the humidity that you have is bad, but it's just as bad when it's 120, man. Like there's nothing you can, like our body temperature is running at 98 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if the temperature outside, even though it's a dry heat, stick your head in the oven at 120 and see how you like it.
See how it feels.
Yeah. But
He doesn't really mean to do that.
no, yeah.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. At Snow Valley today, about 7,000 feet. Oh,
I'm sorry. What is that?
what's what?
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that thing? Do you see it?
What are you looking at?
This little thing right here. It's falling over.
Oh, yeah.
What
I
is
don't.
that?
I see.
Sorry, I'm off the rails there. There's something.
I thought you were like
But it
hallucinating.
looks like a bug or something.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
little.
sorry.
Like I thought you were literally hallucinating. It's a little tiny
And
little.
The ranch got to him. He
I
had too
literally
much
thought, like-
ranch soda. He's like, "What is that?"
I literally thought you were hallucinating. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? It was like a
Oh,
little
sorry, I couldn't.
little speck of dust or
It
whatever.
says no, I think it was like a baby spider, and I'm an arachnophobe. It looked like
Oh.
a baby spider floating or something. Very weird.
Yeah, so Snow Valley today, it was in the 70s, 80 at the highest. So at 7,000 feet, the top, I had my GPS. Very top of Snow Valley was 7,200 feet. And when I was up on the lift with the breeze, oh man, it was like, ooh, this is just perfect today. Yeah.
How's the lift? When you're on the lift, you just let it, like, that's when you're cooling off.
Oh yeah, you're just cooling off because some of the breeze would like come through certain parts of the valley,
Mhm.
and it's just like it would probably even like in the high 60s with the breeze and parts of it. And then a lot of
Mhm.
Snow Valley is like in the open. There are some trails that are in the trees,
Mhm.
but for the most part, you are kind of exposed to the elements. But today, like it was at the most 80 something degrees. So like
Oh,
most of the day was like probably 75-ish, and then there's parts at the top on the lift like a cool 65-degree breeze. It was just
well, now I'm kicking myself.
yeah. I especially going down when you see the video of like what is it, Greenhorn. You would have loved that trail, man. You would have loved it. It's such a great trail. You might not like this sand, but that particular sand they have there, it doesn't get real dusty.
Mhm.
It's very, very sandy. It's very kid litter, but it does, like the dust like we was experiencing on the party train group, right?
Yeah.
Where that dust came up, like I didn't really see much of that in that particular sand there. It's very loose, but it doesn't like kind of float up in the air. And but yeah, I know you were tired, and I was tired too. But I'm like, man, I'm here. It'll probably be another year or two before I get a chance to ride it. it's literally 20 minutes away, 25 minutes
Yeah.
away from here. So I was like, and I had planned, I got there like at maybe 10:30. I said, well, I'm going to ride from like 10 to 2. Ended up riding about 10:30 to about 3. And like I said, I got in about 8 laps, and I would just, at the end of my lap, I would just go back to the truck, drink a little bit of Powerade, and eat a little bite to eat. Like I said, I got in 7 or 8 runs, and man, it was beautiful. I wish you would have went. But I know we were tired from yesterday.
Late.
Yeah.
Wasn't that I was tired? My left knee was like so sore, my thigh.
Even going down
Yes.
on my last or second to last run or last run, I was like, this has to be it, because even my legs were like starting to give out, and I got some pretty strong legs, but I was like, well, I could, that's it. I could feel my legs kind of like starting to twitch. Yeah, Greenhorn is such an amazing trail. I did that 4 times a day, Mitty. I did at least 3, because you could do like an upper section and a lower section. Between the 2 uppers and lowers, I think I did Greenhorn at least 4 times. It's that fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Such,
Well, next year. I got next year.
yeah, yeah.
I got next
Yeah,
year.
what do you think of the view of Bear Canyon? It was awesome, man. Like, there was very scenic, just like any mountain bike park you go to, like whether it's at the top or somewhere in the middle, you're riding the lift up, you kind of look to your left and right, like, oh, that's a cool looking canyon. So there was times that I just kind of looked over there and I just started filming, because I'm like, oh, this is like really nice. It doesn't really ever come out in 2D, versus 3D, but you need some water?
No, I got some more grass. I just now got a little kick of that ranch again, and it was like, okay, Johnny's going down.
Okay, Neil, can you please give us the accurate spelling of his name? I've seen it a gazillion different ways. My name?
Yeah.
So, which is really funny, and I don't know if you picked up on this. Neil isn't even my name. I don't know if you know this.
What? Everyone calls you Neil.
Yeah, but it's not actually my name.
I'm sitting here next to a Neil.
So here, yeah, she's saying it's Neal is how you would spell it, but my name is not actually Neil. And I'll tell you after the podcast what my actual name is.
Okay, this is a surprise for me. And
yeah, so Lord, so
everyone else did.
Yeah, so everybody spells it different ways. So yeah, it's so how you would spell Neil the way I spell it is Neal, not Neil.
Okay.
But and there's a reason why. I've explained this to a few people. I used to get death threats.
It is Neil.
Yeah, so like
His name is Neil.
Yeah. But that's not my actual name.
For reasons.
For reasons. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep it at that.
Yeah. Well, and it's federal law enforcement agent. So I'm getting to the point now, and I used to get a lot of death threats because I've arrested a lot of drug smugglers over the years. And we won't get into that. But so now she's asking, okay, but what's not the real name? What?
No, but that's not the real name. That's
so yeah.
It's
I'll explain it to Johnny, and Johnny
Trail Monster name. That's Trail Monster's name.
Yeah, yeah. And Johnny can explain it to Lauren later.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Neil's undercover. Yeah, exactly. But there's a whole reason. I used to get a lot of death threats. Were legitimate at the time. My career is starting to wind down, so I don't get as much as that. But
you won't get as much.
Yeah.
You still get them.
So I've kind of like on purpose, like kind of thrown people off with my actual name. Some people know it, but I just don't advertise it like a lot online, and I have reasons for it.
Is mine Johnny?
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
So it's okay. So I'm so intrigued. This is better than. Oh, okay. I don't know
There
about
you
that.
go.
Mr. Monster. There you
Mr.
go.
Monster, there you go.
But yeah, it's legitimately because of the death threats that I got from some not very well meaning cartel members that legitimately threatened my life years ago. And so I've kind of kept that on the down low, but I'm not in that as much, although I kind of am a female body inspector. Exactly. I will say I have worked for the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security. I don't really go into what agency I work for now, but I have worked with and amongst all the agencies, whether it be DHS, Homeland, Department of Justice. I started out doing Department of Justice, so I've been in different agencies, but I'll kind of just leave that on the down low. Okay, the onion needs to be peeled. Yeah, and I'm surprised. I don't know if Blondie actually called. I think she actually said my real name. I don't think you picked up on it.
I think I did hear it.
Okay, yeah. And people
it
do
starts with a Q.
question mark.
Intrigued now.
Yeah, and if you have my like cell phone number, it probably pops up when you get my cell phone number. That might popped up.
Well, I have it written as Trail Monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so like, so those people that actually have my cell phone number, they might actually know my, there's people that obviously do. I just don't talk about it like, online. And it's nothing like special. Exactly.
That's all I have to say.
All right, so let's wrap up, Johnny, and
Yeah.
so we can kind of just visit a little bit before you head out and do whatever you're going to do.
Plane to catch.
And I know you got a
Wrap
plane to
them up
catch, so that's why I want to kind of wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming over.
Are you kidding me? Thank you for having me over.
Yes, of
This
course.
is
Like
an
anytime.
honor,
Yeah,
pleasure, and to get to hang out with the missus
yeah,
beforehand. She made some shrimps, and you guys were
yeah. I
eating
get steaks. Yeah,
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate this, and I'm glad I got to finally. It's so funny. My hand's going that way. It's so great to meet you in person. Like you said, like meeting
yeah.
us creators in person. You're no longer 2D.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, you are real. And Johnny is, you're about the size I thought you was, maybe even just a little bit bigger. It's so funny. Like, I've actually met people out on the trails that've seen my content, and for some reason they thought I was taller. When they meet me in person, they're like, you're kind of short. I'm like, yeah, like,
You're really about the size I thought you were.
okay.
No, you know what? You know why I know that? Because you were sitting next to Mark. You sent a video out from Sedona or something like that.
Yeah, we're probably standing next to each other about the same
Yeah,
size.
and I was like, oh, okay, I got the deal. But yeah, everybody who meets me is like, oh, you're.
So when I first saw
Bigger.
you in person out on the trail at SkyPark, I'm like, that's Johnny. He is maybe just a little bit bigger than I thought, like even size wise and
I am
tall
a
wise.
big boy. I'm working on it, folks.
But I will say, like, yeah, you're pretty close, but maybe just a little bit bigger than I thought. Yeah, and even like when I did the thumbnail for this, like you see our height.
I try to get down a little bit for you.
Yeah, and it's funny because my buddy Chris that used to do a lot of videos with, he's 6'4", so like he'd always have to cut. I'd like be like filming us, and he'd always have to like scrunch down because I couldn't get him in the video.
That was my buddy, and I'll make this quick. My buddy Josh from Mountain Biking Life Apparel. I met him for the first time. We go back and forth with each other. I met him for the first time Friday night at dinner, and he comes walking. He's 6 foot. He says he's 6'4". Josh, if you watch this, you're 6'5", 6'6", easy.
Yeah,
And not somebody you want to take a hit from.
probably
This
not.
dude's big. Like I'm big because I'm soft. Ow. That would have been an owl. That would have been, yeah.
I got to mention Joey's like, yeah, hopefully none of those bad guys are into like MTB,
yeah.
which I hope not. I mean, like, I don't think drug smugglers are generally into mountain biking, but you never know. And one day I'm going to make a whole like video kind of on that, particularly like maybe when I retire, right before I retire, and even how I got into mountain biking, or one of the ways I got into mountain biking. I've kind of told Adam Mock this behind the scenes, but I was actually paid by the federal government at one point to actually ride a mountain bike. Yeah, and I know we've kind of like briefly touched, and I want to make a video and talk about it someday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
There
that's kind of how I got into mountain biking, and then I kind of went away for quite a few years, and then once I moved to Tucson, they had all kind of great mountain biking trails, so we got back into it.
Johnny ain't got no badunkadunk. I was born without a butt, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, same here.
Big
Like,
everywhere else.
I don't.
He's gonna stand up. Show me. Okay.
Okay. Time to end it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm not letting you go. I'm gonna handcuff you to whatever we got to handcuff you to. Yeah. I made sure of like, well, I do have a key with me, right?
You're gonna have a key.
Like, so I know like Blondie, her necklace, she usually has a key on handcuff key on her necklace.
Okay.
So I always have like 3 or 4, and I think there's even a couple in the truck. We always keep spare handcuff keys around, but that's another whole podcast, another story.
They keep one sewed into their skin. In
Yeah.
case.
All right. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Lauren, thank you for letting me borrow this guy for a little while. And make sure he gets
Okay.
on the plane, or at least get you back.
Yeah.
To get some rest, to get on the planes. I know you have a
Thank
long.
you so much, dude.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. This was so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you again, and good night, everybody. And if you can,
Go get your bikes dirty.
and go out to SkyPark for Ride and Shine next year.
Thank
All right. Bye, guys. Good night.